What a weekend of football we have had. Week 2 of the NFL season. Week 3, or week 4, depending on how you want to look at it.
Yeah.
It depends if you count week 0 as week 0 like I do, or you consider it week 1. We haven't been here in 2 weeks. We had some life things come up, and also just what's been going on throughout our country. We usually record these things on Wednesday, which, of course, was the day that the whole Charlie Kirk situation happened.
Yeah.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to the Kirk family. It was a terrible thing that happened. If you have a problem with somebody because of their political views, grow up, okay? Like, seriously.
We can
grow
talk it
up.
out.
Like, this is it. We were founded on a difference of ideals. But we're here to talk about sports. And week 2 was a really good week of football. We had some really good games. One of my favorites was Denver, Indianapolis. But that's not the one I'm going to be talking about. The one I am starting with is the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars, mainly because I owe the Jaguars an apology. I was making a lot of fun of the Jags all throughout the offseason, making fun of Liam Cohen. They did lose 31-27, but they held their own in Cincinnati. Arguably should have won that game.
Yeah.
No reason they shouldn't have won that game. Some notable numbers: Trevor Lawrence, 271 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, a 57% completion rating. You would really like to see that percentage come up, but Trevor Lawrence looks really comfortable with Liam Cohen.
Yep.
I think that duo is going to do very well for years to come if it keeps at this current level. Travis Etienne has had a complete career resurgence.
Yes, he
has had a fantastic start to this NFL season. 14 carries, 71 yards, and a receiving touchdown. My Carolina guy, De'Ami Brown, 5 receptions, 57 yards, and a touchdown. Brian Thomas, not really much of a factor.
What we thought he was going to
4
be.
receptions, 12 targets, 49 yards.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yes.
Well, that's been a revolving thing around the entire league, though, because look at Mike Evans.
Yeah, Malik
Yeah.
Neighbors before this past week.
Look at Jamar Chase before this past week.
Yeah. We're going to talk about Jamar Chase in just a second. But what I think held Jacksonville in the game for so long is their defense. I mean, the team as a whole had 9 quarterback hits. They had 3 sacks.
Yeah.
Josh Hines Allen had 3 quarterback hits on his own. Travis Hunter, he had 43 snaps defensively. He had 6 against the Panthers in week 1. So, obviously, they're trusting him more in the defense. He's been playing a lot of offense. I think it's like 61% of offensive snaps.
Yeah.
Yep.
But honestly, I watched this game, and I thought the Jaguars played really, really well. Again, I apologize, Liam Cohen, to the 4 Jacksonville fans. I'm sorry. Y'all are a lot better than
That's toxic.
I had really realized. I still would like to see Trevor Lawrence's numbers go up a little bit, take care of the football a little better.
Well, him and Liam Cohen had like a little spat
Yeah.
in the middle of the game, and
They did, but I think they'll work all that out.
I do too. I think they played great. I think that their defense kept them in. Like that was definitely their game to lose. I mean, you let God, what is his name? What's the quarterback that come in for
Jake Browning?
Yeah, Drake Browning. You let Browning come in and throw 3 picks,
And you still lost.
Yeah.
It's wild.
That's not good.
It's not a good look on the offense.
Yeah.
But they look better now than they did last year.
Oh yeah, for
100%.
sure.
And that's nothing against Doug Peterson. I like Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
Fine. He's run his course as an NFL head coach. We'll see how Liam Cohen does. Now
Yeah.
for the Bengals, Joe Burrow obviously getting hurt, 7-13, 76 yards and a touchdown. Jake Browning comes in. He's 21-32, 241 yards. He had 2 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, but those 3 picks we just mentioned. Jamar Chase had a huge resurgence. 14 receptions, 165 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah.
As somebody who has Jamar Chase in 2 of my fantasy leagues, I was very thankful to have him back in last season form. T. Higgins had a good game. 3 receptions, 56 yards, and a touchdown. But 400 yards given up by the Bengals defense. Arguably the worst defense in football right now.
They're not doing the hottest.
They haven't been good for a while, but they paid all that money to Trey Hendrickson, and it's not doing a whole lot.
It's not paying out.
I think for the Bengals, though, where we take away this Week 2 game is what do you do now? Because Jake Browning, he had 241 yards. He had 3 touchdowns. But those 3 picks are not sustainable. When you start playing the Ravens, when you start playing the Steelers, I think Green Bay comes to them next week. You're not going to be able to do that against this Green Bay defense.
No.
Jordan Love is going to punish you if you give up that many turnovers. So they're going to have to find something at the quarterback position. And also, you would think after so long of watching Joe Burrow literally suffer for years. I mean, he's had the ACL tear in 2020 that ended his really good rookie season. He had an MCL sprain in the 2022 Super Bowl. He ruptured a ligament that ended his 2023 campaign. And now a turf toe. He's on the IR, out at least 3 months. He could be out for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So Joe Burrow is so talented. In fact, a few weeks ago, I said he was arguably the most talented quarterback in football. But it doesn't look good right now for the Bengals and their franchise quarterback. And I think they're going to have to, number one, they're going to have to find a replacement because I don't trust Jake Browning. But also, they got to find some protection for Joe Burrow at some point.
Believe it or not, I'm hitting on that in my preview for this week coming up because I'm doing Vikings-Bengals. And I've got a couple takes on which way the Bengals are going to go. I'm not going to ruin it now.
Sure.
I'm going to wait. But, yeah, I'm in the same boat with you. They're definitely going to have to do something.
Yeah. I think the keys for the Jaguars is Brian Thomas Jr. is going to have to show up.
Yes.
Travis Hunter wasn't nearly as much of a weapon offensively as he was last week against the Panthers. And part of that is that our defense isn't good either.
No.
And he was allowed to run little, underneath routes. I mean, he was a PPR machine.
Yeah.
But he really was a non-factor against the Bengals. So, Bengals go to 1-1. Jaguars at 1-1. I still think the Bengals are the better overall team, but the Jaguars, they don't look bad.
I think the Bengals have fallen since they lost Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, you can have all the receiver talent in the world you want, but if you can't get the ball there.
And Chase Brown was a no-show as well. He did nothing.
Yeah.
He did absolutely nothing.
Which is a shock.
I know. He's always really, really good.
But anyway, what's your week 2 review?
My week 2 review is Lions Bears. Now, there was a lot of questions coming into this week, not as far as players go, but more of the coaching, because everybody's wondering, Ben Johnson, he leaves, he goes to the Bears, what if all of this success that the Lions had come from their coaching staff? And I think this week really answered that.
Yeah.
Seeing how they showed out, 52-21 Lions win.
Yeah. It wasn't close.
The Lions, they got back to last season per football performance, coming off 15 wins last season, and they come in and show out against the Bears. They had more than 175 yards rushing, 300 yards passing, over 500 yards offensively. They came in and showed out.
Yeah, I think there also was a little bit of get back from the week prior.
Yeah,
a revenge game. That was so bad. You had people man, the Lions suck. And Dan Campbell's like, wait a minute. Let me show you how that works.
Yeah.
I need to see a little more out of Caleb Williams moving forward.
Oh,
really
yeah,
do.
for sure.
I have a lot of questions surrounding him. I'm going to give him the same treatment that everybody gives Bryce Young week to week, which is he's got to be better. He's the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Bo Nix. They're all arguably outplaying him.
Yeah. I mean, Gibbs came in opening drive, 6-yard rushing touchdown, and they didn't let up from there. Gibbs had 94 yards on 12 carries.
I love Jahmyr
Amon-Ra
Gibbs.
St. Brown, Brock Wright, and Jamison Williams all recorded touchdown receptions for the Lions. And defensively, Detroit recorded 2 takeaways from the Bears, which really helped them.
Yeah.
And the Bears, they couldn't do anything defensively. They couldn't stop them. They had no answers. And
Tyreek Stevenson in particular was really bad.
Yes.
He was horrible in the secondary.
Yeah, Brian Branch, he forced a fumble. DeAndre Swift, he fumbled. He made DeAndre Swift fumble. Recovered by Jack Campbell. They had an interception from safety Kirby Joseph. And I mean, Rome Odunze, he scored 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he had a game.
He had a good game. And Swift, late fourth quarter touchdown,
Garbage
kind of
garbage time.
Stat padding.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's safe to say that the talent was in the players for the Lions.
Yeah.
They answered that question for
on
sure.
paper, they have a very good team.
Yeah,
even without the coaching, they're just a good
team.
team.
I feel like we could probably coach that team and win some games.
Oh,
We could win at least 9.
Yeah, at least 9.
Ben Johnson wasn't happy in the presser after the game.
No, I
either.
I feel bad for the guy, but I mean, you know what you're doing when you take the Chicago job.
Yeah, he took that job.
Yeah.
He was going to Caleb Williams.
Look, and I think Caleb Williams can be good. I don't like him, but I think he can be good.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still the Chicago Bears. So
Yeah.
that's what you got to understand.
Exactly. Well, I'm gonna hit on my week 2 review, which is the Cowboys and the Giants.
That was
a phenomenal game.
I was late switching to the Panthers because I was watching this game.
You need multiple screens.
It was so electric. Let me just tell you.
You need multiple screens because you could watch both.
I could have, but I was just so into this game. Like, it was just like back and forth, back and forth. I mean,
fair weather fan.
Well, after week 1, I had a reason to be, but to get past that, if you wanted some defense this game, really not the one you wanted to watch.
It's a great Big 12 matchup. I'll tell you what.
It was pretty much all offense. Dallas had no way of stopping Russ, which I'm gonna talk about more of that in a little bit.
Yeah.
But what a game! Have a game, Russell Wilson.
Oh my gosh, what a legacy game!
30 for 41, a career high in 450 passing yards. He had 3 touchdowns, and the only blemish was the interception, which actually helped Dallas win in overtime, unfortunately. He kind of had to. He kind of had to play like this because after week 1 in his showing, was it 17 for 37,
he was
168
horrible.
yards, no TDs. He kind of had to do it.
Yeah, I was calling for Jackson Dart to come in.
So
now I look like an idiot.
Everybody was saying, "Look, if we want Dart, we want Dart, we want Dart,
or it's Jameis Winston,
And I think that he had no choice. He said, "Well, let me show y'all prime Russell Wilson." Do I think it's going to continue? Probably not. Have I been wrong this year? Yes. Look at my take for the Colts. Gordy reminds me every time.
Yeah.
Look at my take on the Colts.
Yeah.
I
have a lot of bad takes.
I thought Anthony Richardson was going to be the quarterback. No, it's Daniel Jones, and Daniel Jones is just balling out.
He's playing great football.
Killing it.
He's putting numbers up.
Look, the Giants are the problem. They are
yes.
QB purgatory because you do not want to be a quarterback of the New York Giants.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Jackson Dart in the future.
Yes. But New York showed flashes of a good team this past week. They learned from their mistakes in week 1. Even rookie Scadaboo has 11 carries, 45 yards, and a touchdown. Yeah. And not to mention Malik Neighbors, 9 catches, 167 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He had a big
resurgence after him and Brian Dable got into it.
Have him on my fantasy team. Love it. Made me happy.
I've got him in a league as well. He balled out.
Yep. But, like I mentioned, they just could not, with all this offensive resurgence, could not finish it against the Cowboys. They were led by Dak, who was 32 for 52, 361 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick.
Not bad.
No, not bad for Dak. We also got to see Javonte Williams have another good week of 18 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown. And CeeDee Lamb actually learned how to catch the football. He had 11 targets and caught it 9 times. That's a jab from week 1, which...
Can he go teach Xavier Legette how to catch, please?
He needs please. Something. But, I mean, the problem I have with Dallas, they don't have a pass rusher anymore.
Well, yeah, he's in Green Bay right now.
Yes. They traded away Micah Parsons, which was stupid in my opinion.
Wait a minute. They have Kenny Clark.
Exactly. My problem with that is, yes, you got 2 first-round picks from Green Bay, but the way Green Bay's playing right now, they're going to be a late first-round pick.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying there's bad talent in the late first round, but really all your name changing,
your franchise alters are
they're going to be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did Dallas really win?
I don't think so.
No.
With how Green Bay is playing right now. I don't know that there's going to be a team that beats Green Bay as of right now. No. I know Buffalo's good. I know Baltimore's good, but man, Green Bay's defense is nasty. And I think that there's definitely going to be some I'm really looking forward to that game where Green Bay goes to Dallas because I think Micah Parsons is going to.
Micah Parsons.
He might kill Dak.
He's going to feast on Dak Prescott, and I hope every time he does it, he points at Jerry Jones and his Prescott.
Yeah, honestly, that's facts.
But let's not forget about Brandon Aubrey either, the kicker.
Oh,
drilled a 64-yard field goal to send him in overtime. I'm talking about drilled a 64-yard field goal.
That dude's got between him and Cam Little.
Yes,
there's some big legs in the NFL right now.
But going forward, I do think Dallas is still going to be in trouble. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they're playing halfway decent. They're playing pretty good, halfway decent now, but I just don't see them making the playoffs.
Yeah.
No, I don't either.
There's too many holes on defense. Yes, CeeDee Lamb had a good game, but week 1 he didn't. He dropped way too many good passes.
I think the longevity of Dallas is going to be non-existent.
No, I think
I think them with Dak, they're kind of win
or
now.
we're done.
Or yeah, pretty much. That's the situation they're in.
But we'll go ahead and jump into our previews for week 3. I'll go ahead. We'll just go backwards from how we pulled into this. This past weekend, there were a ton of injuries just about to every quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
Bryce Young's healthy.
He is. He is healthy.
I don't think that saves us.
But the two teams I'm going to talk about are both going to have to go with backup quarterbacks this week, and that's the Vikings and the Bengals. You talked on it a little bit earlier. But this one's going to be week 1. I would have said this is going to be a great game. It still might be.
It has all the writing for a great game.
But no more Joe Burrow, no more JJ. It's going to be Carson Wentz and Jake Browning as quarterback.
Yeah, that's a bad matchup.
And poor Joe Burrow, like you said out earlier, out 3 months, turf toe, required surgery. And then JJ's going out for, I think, 2 weeks?
At least 2 to 4 weeks is what.
Was it ankle injury?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of wondering, is it an injury? Is it a...
He's not playing well.
You're not playing great. We're going to sit you down. We don't want to hurt your feelings in the press. You're hurt. We're going to sit you down.
We're going to Bryce Young you real quick.
Exactly.
You'll be back.
I say that, but I don't know if they're really wanting to give everything to Wentz. I think they're kind of looking back now like, crap, I wish I wouldn't have let Sam Darnold go.
I don't know, man. Sam Darnold got such a bag in Seattle. I honestly wonder if they're like, man, we shouldn't have traded Sam Howell to Philadelphia, at least as a backup option.
Yeah.
I mean, Carson Wentz is a good vet. Like, he's a good mentor, I guess.
He is.
But he can't win. I mean, there's no way he can. I mean, he might against the Bengals. I don't think he can win football games long term, though. I mean, did you see what he did in Indianapolis when he was quarterback there?
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So.
And I hate it for him because, I mean, JJ had a great week. Well, I don't say had a great week. He had a great fourth quarter of week 1. But I don't know. I'm worried about how he played in Atlanta. 11 for 21, 158 passing, no touchdown, 2 picks. And it's not like he doesn't have weapons.
And that Atlanta defense is fine, but there's nothing like spectacular about it. Yeah. So that does worry me a little bit. I still think the Vikings overall, their defense might overwhelm Jake Browning. And I don't think they're going to have time to go get a quarterback between now and Sunday.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, they could go try to trade for Jameis Winston, or I don't even know who's out there on the pool right now. I mean, like Tyrod Taylor maybe.
Well, they might go for Red Rocket.
I've got a couple of suggestions, and I'll get to that after I cover the Bengals a little bit here in a second. But I think, you know, to transition to the Bengals, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
On paper, they have one of the best offenses in the league, and man, have they?
Yeah, once you take out the offensive line, that's true.
Have they paid for it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They have no money.
Joe Burrow 5-year, $275 million. Then they got Jamar Chase 4 years, $161. T. Higgins 4 years, $115. That's $551 million wrapped up in 3 players.
That's crazy.
That's a lot of
flipping money. The problem is one of those players can't stay healthy for the entire season because you can't pay your offensive lineman to back him up.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Cincinnati has wasted Joe Burrow's talent. They got lucky his was it second year?
2022.
You got lucky in 22. Got him to the Super Bowl. Okay. They thought, man, we got the Super Bowl. We can get back. We'll just run it back. We're not going to pay any offensive linemen. We can do it again. You are wrong. Cincinnati, you are wrong. And I really think they have ruined Joe Burrow. And I think we're on the cusp of seeing an Andrew Luck style player. I think he may retire early.
I looked at their numbers, and they're pretty similar. And in fact,
They're
Burrows
close.
are worse. Like as far as quarterback hits and all that goes.
If the front office will not find him help, either A, he's going to find the team that will, or B, he's going to leave.
Right. I don't think he'll leave like to go to another team just because of like the weapons around him. But yeah, an early retirement is absolutely possible.
Yeah.
And I would hate to see that as a player as talented as him and as fun to watch as Joe Burrow is. Yeah. I would hate to see that.
I do too. I mean, going forward, we got Jake Browning. He has 21 for 32, 241, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. Going forward, he's going to have to clean that crap up if they want to win and make the playoffs.
Yeah, he can't throw that many picks.
I do think what's going to happen if Jake Browning struggles this week and maybe even into week 4, they're going to make a trade. And I think 2 quarterbacks that stick out to me in my mind going to Cincinnati, Kirk Cousins from Atlanta and Jameis Winston from New York. I'm more on the Kirk Cousins side because he's more of a solid quarterback. But, man, Jameis Winston just throwing bombs to Jamar Chase would feed fantasy players for weeks.
The thing about Kirk Cousins is the contract that worries me. They would have to – I don't know how that contract situation would work because, I mean, he's got that 4-year deal in Atlanta.
He does. But you know what? I would figure out a way to make Atlanta eat it because it's not your fault they were stupid enough to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also Atlanta has the leverage. It's not their fault that you've got Jake Browning at quarterback right now.
That's also very true.
It's not their fault. I mean, look, I'm no Atlanta fan. I would love to see Atlanta eat that contract for years to come where they can't sign free agents.
Yeah.
But they're not in the situation. It's not their fault that the Bengals couldn't pay an offensive line to go protect, or not so much they can't, or that I mean they can't now, but that they were too stupid not to pay one when they had the chance.
Yeah.
So honestly, Atlanta has the leverage there. Jameis Winston is a much cheaper option. So
oh yeah, I mean $2-3 million a year. I mean it's super cheap.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I think that if I was Cincinnati, I'd be worried that Joe's gonna leave, and I would try to figure out a way to get Kirk Cousins. Lord have mercy. That's what I would do. But I don't want to see him retire. But I think it's time that the Bengals need to sit down and self-examine themselves.
So for my week 3 pick, I have the Raiders versus Commanders. Raiders are coming in and facing the Washington Commanders at home. The quarterback situation, that's the big question mark there for Washington.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels with his knee. They're probably going to go to Mariota. You see him, it's more of a conservative play style here. I mean, it's not as electric as Jaden Daniels. By no means is he a bad quarterback.
Let me tell you, a 2019-2020 Marcus Mariota-Geno Smith matchup would be having people going crazy. I can just hear John Gruden now.
For sure.
Absolutely losing his crap because this is such a good matchup. Geno Smith, Marcus Mariota. But no, I mean, obviously Marcus Mariota is not the same player he was in Tennessee. I mean, he's still not horrible, but And Geno Smith, in my eyes, has actually gotten better since 2019.
He has gotten better. Look at last year.
Oh yeah, for sure. Raiders, their run game versus Washington's defense, that's going to be tough. Washington's got a decent defense.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yes.
Yeah. They have struggled. Raiders have struggled to run the ball. Washington defense has given up some yards on the ground this season. If the Raiders can establish some success running the ball, it may open some bigger play opportunities for Geno, throwing the ball down the field. We're looking at Ashton Genty, seeing what he can do, but I don't know. I really, there's a lot of question marks around it for me because I don't know if Washington can stuff the run. But I also don't know if Raiders are going to be able to push the ball down the field with the run either.
My issue with the Raiders is the pass game. I think the run game's fine. I think Ashton Genty is a fine running back, even against – I mean, look, this Commanders' defense is pretty solid. Dan Quinn, a good defensive coach. But I think that you can't run the ball every time. I mean, you just can't. And Geno Smith's fine. But the receiving core around him just isn't that good. It's Jacoby Myers and the Misfits.
Yeah.
And Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers is a fantastic tight end, but he's been dealing with some injury stuff as well.
Yeah.
But I think that alone is going – and Marcus Mariota is just good enough where I think Washington will still win.
Yeah, and another thing that I was going to talk about was the pass protection and pass rush. The Raiders' O-line has allowed pressure and sacks to Geno Smith this season. The Commanders could take advantage of this potentially, but Geno Smith, his success is going to depend on time and giving him a clean pocket for sure. Washington has struggled to force turnovers so far this season, and the Raiders have had issues with interceptions. Last week, Geno threw 3 interceptions.
Ooh, yeah, it was bad.
It wasn't a
A
great
little foreshadowing
showing.
to my game.
The lack of just explosive offense, I think, could swing this tight game for the Raiders, but
I think it just depends. If they're able to go to Jaden Daniels,
that's what I was about to bring up.
Washington wins, but even if Mariota plays, that's just how well he plays.
If Daniels is healthy, Washington has a clear edge. But there again, there ain't no telling. They don't want to be too quick to just throw him out there on a knee injury because
this early.
Not this early.
Not
I mean, it's week 3. I understand week 9, week 10. Maybe play him out there depending on what the record's looking like. But right now, I think they should play it safe. Washington, they have a more balanced offense, and on defense, they can make plays and just the crowd advantage at home. If Daniels is limited or out, Washington's offense likely becomes more conservative and less explosive. But Raiders have to solve their run game issues and protect their QB.
Yeah.
I expect a somewhat low-scoring game. I think Commanders will win likely, but I think it'll be a close, one-touchdown game, 24-17, something like that. I don't expect it to be high-scoring by no means.
So for my week 3 game, I've got the Broncos-Chargers. Good division matchup. Chargers come in at 2-0. Broncos 1-1. Herbert is right now. Justin Herbert is outplaying Bo Nix.
He's having a career
Justin
year.
Herbert is having a great year. They have completely, honestly, they're not playing very much like I thought they would in a Jim Harbaugh offense.
I thought they were going
to pound the rock way more than they are. And Omarion Hampton has just kind of been there. He hasn't done much. I mean, he's been a big shock. He really has not done a whole lot. But luckily, Justin Herbert is having a great start to the year. He gets with Madison Beer, and everything changes for him. I mean, he's just having a great – look, I like that relationship a whole lot better than Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I ship Justin Herbert and Madison Beer.
Yes.
But I think the keys for the Chargers is going to be, can Justin Herbert keep playing the way he's playing?
Yes.
Can Quentin Johnston
keep catching the ball like he's
actually catch the football?
Yeah.
Oh, man, he's
having a great year.
Having a great year.
The TCU kid is having a great year. Great year. The Chargers dominated the Raiders. It was only 20-9 on Monday Night Football, but it was bad. I mean, they like Hunter said, they forced Geno into 3 picks. But I think the key for this game against the Broncos is, can they get Omarion Hampton involved?
Yeah.
If Omarion Hampton is a non-factor, it's going to be much harder for the Chargers to win that game.
And I think Khalil Mack is questionable.
Yes.
On defense.
He is.
That's a big hurt.
That's a big question mark, because this Chargers defense is good, but Khalil Mack is a staple of that defense. He's been around a long time. He's Unc. Between him and Keenan Allen, that's
that's the two veteran presence on that team.
But they have had they've been great. Keenan Allen back in LA just feels right. Yeah. Now for the Broncos, they're 1-1. They beat the Titans 20-12. Honestly, you would have liked to see them win by a little more. They did kind of shut Cam Ward down. They didn't force any turnovers off of him.
Cam this year has not thrown an interception.
No, he hasn't.
Which is very good for a rookie.
He didn't against the Rams? Mm-mm. Wow. Yeah, that's great. That's really big for him. But the Broncos are 1-1. They lost to the Colts last week, which I never saw coming.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for a redo field goal, it was a total disaster. I bet you Sean Payton
Special teams is probably still running right now.
Yeah, Sean Payton's probably not real happy right now. Bo Nix right now, much like Bryce Young, he's turning the ball over a lot. Yeah. 3 picks in 2 games. Yeah. He's going to have to clean that up. Now, he doesn't have the 2 fumbles that Bryce Young has, but still maybe a little bit of a sophomore slump to start the year for Bo Nix. I think he's going to come back and be fine. And he's still throwing the ball pretty well. He's got over 300 yards. He's got 3 passing touchdowns. The thing about the Broncos offense that's really unique is that, yes, they have a wide receiver 1, and it's Courtland Sutton, but he's actually not even first on their receiving yards. It's actually Troy Franklin from Oregon.
Yep.
But they distribute the ball so much more
they do.
than most teams in the league. Because you think about I mean, just for the Panthers, like it's Tedero and McMillan is getting most of our targets.
Yep. Well, that's because Xavier can't catch, but anyway.
And we're getting Hunter Renfrow involved, but it's mostly Tedero and McMillan. Cincinnati, it's mostly Jamar Chase.
Yep.
In New York, it's almost all Malik Neighbors.
Yep.
In Denver, they've got so many different pieces, and none of them are really like elite, but they're solid. Even their run game, like R.J. Harvey and J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
And J.K. Dobbins I think he's playing great football right now.
Yeah.
The defense to me has been fine, but they need to play a little better against this really good Chargers
For
offense.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
They allowed 29 to the Colts, which. Yes, I know the Colts are 2-0 for the first time since 2009. Yes, I know Daniel Jones is playing great football, but it's still Daniel Jones.
It's Danny Dimes.
It's
Put some
still
respect.
Daniel Jones.
But you got to think Daniel Jones isn't far removed from taking that team to the playoffs and winning the first round of the playoffs. I think they beat was it the Vikings?
Yeah, that's true. They did.
Granted, they had Saquon Barkley and stuff. I mean, it's not that far long ago that Daniel Jones was pretty decent.
Yeah, good enough to get that big old contract that he stole from New York. But, they're ranked 13th right now, the defense, which is good, but a far cry from a top 5 offense in 2024. I believe, and yes, this is some Sean Payton Broncos bias hate watching. I believe the Chargers, and I just really like the Chargers. I think the Chargers will win, go to 3-0. And they will they have control of their division anyway, but they are going to take a very good leap in their division, especially if you see the Chiefs lose again, which I don't think you're going to see. And if the Raiders lose to Washington, they will have a demanding lead.
Yeah.
Very similar to Tampa Bay in the NFC South right now.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
Certainly. We got time. We're still cooking. We're good.
But, yeah, I mean, I think that overall, like I said, I think the Chargers. I think wasn't that your sleeper team?
That was my sleeper team. Yeah, and they're balling out. I just love Jim Harbaugh. Like I just think I'm not a big Michigan guy, but I just really like Jim Harbaugh, and I think he's a great coach.
Yeah, I think the Chargers are going to probably win their division, if not battle. If Kansas City doesn't pick it up, which I believe they will.
I think they will. They've played 2 really tough teams. I mean, they've played the Chargers and then the Eagles. So that's not. But, man, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns, no picks, and a QBR of 81.6, a 72% completion percentage for Justin Herbert.
He's balling out.
That's insane. Actually insane.
I'm not going to pick on Brent, but I'm glad that I was able to trade him in fantasy.
I know. See, I usually get Justin Herbert in our fantasy league.
Yeah.
But a few years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, I got him really early, like way too early, and he did nothing. So then I haven't picked him since. And it didn't matter last year, but this year it matters. It's okay. I got Bryce Young, Drake May. We're fine. 26 points from Drake May last week.
Yeah. He had a good game.
I also have Geno Smith, but he's my bench warmer.
You have 3 quarterbacks?
Listen. So I made a mistake. When we did our draft, I fooled everybody, and I took quarterbacks back to back. I took Drake May first and Bryce Young second. It was like the 8th or 9th round. So I had really waited on my quarterback. I'm going to look at my team in like the 11th round, and I'm like, oh, shoot. My quarterbacks have the same bye week. So I panicked, passed on Justin Herbert. And I thought of the first quarterback I could think of that could potentially score a lot of points, and it was Geno Smith. So he had like 20 the first week, but 6 last week. He did not start. So Geno Smith. So I just want to make this known to both of y'all. If y'all need a quarterback, y'all can call me. Geno is on the trade.
I've got Bo Nix.
Turnover machine.
I've got
machine.
He did decent last week.
I now have Justin Herbert, so I'm good.
Yeah, but Justin Herbert's gonna have a bye week.
I'll be fine.
All right. Well, when you come calling,
hey, just saying, somebody did drop Michael Penix today.
Yeah, Brent.
I saw that.
Picked up Jake Browning. Who I traded him.
We need to get Brent on the pod.
I traded him Penix and Breece Hall for Trevion Henderson and Justin Herbert.
There's your backup QB right there. He's waiting on IR.
We need to get Brent on the pod.
Oh,
please. Lord. Can we please next week? Can we get Brent on the pod?
Phone a friend
to
zoom
explain
in.
himself.
Tell him to zoom in.
Poor Brent. It's okay, Brent. You're still my friend. But now we're gonna hit college. We're gonna go where game day is going. Miami and Florida. A couple years ago, maybe the 2000s, I'd have been like, man, this is going to be a great game.
Even at the beginning of this year, you might would have said, this is going to be a great game.
Yeah, I mean, but
just
look
like that, too.
Yeah, I mean, just like Miami, I mean, they've had a pretty hot streak, 3-0, 2 wins against top 25 teams. One was Notre Dame, when I think they were like number 6 in the nation.
Yeah.
They've been blowing people out, except for that game. That game was 27-24, so it was close. But Miami's looking great. Carson Beck is looking like an absolute stud. 68, 82 for the year, 7 touchdowns, 2 picks.
Not bad.
Not bad. And he's got 812 passing yards. I mean, he's looking like a great quarterback, and they're probably the best pickup in the transfer portal this offseason.
Yeah.
I was skeptical on Miami. Very skeptical.
I'm still skeptical of Miami. I don't care.
Miami has that typical, I'm going to fall apart week 7. Week 5, week 6, week 7, just fall apart. Now, I'm not saying that they won't do that, but I don't see it. I don't see it happening.
They got Florida State. They got a bye week after the Florida game, and then they got Florida State,
which is not going to be an easy team to beat.
They're trying to clear Florida completely.
Oh, this game against Florida is not going to be close.
Which Florida has been. They're 1-2. Only win this year's against Long Island. I mean, it's not looking good.
I wonder if John Gruden would be willing to come to Gainesville.
No.
You don't think so?
DJ looks horrible.
He looks so bad.
Yeah.
Is Billy Napier keeping his job?
No, Billy Napier, his seat is burning.
He's cooked.
Let me tell you, his rear end is cooked. DJ's he's not living up to his expectations of what they thought he was going to be. 71 for 100, 5 TDs, and 6 picks. And granted, of those 6 picks, 5 were against LSU last week.
And LSU still only won by 10.
Yeah. I mean, is it that Florida's that bad? Or is LSU just not that good?
Well, Dabo gave him like a 65, so,
Well, Dabo doesn't know what he's talking about because they just lost to Georgia Tech. And barely beat Troy.
Okay, I understand that. But the Georgia Tech...
They are good.
That's insane.
That is
shade.
a good...
Georgia Tech's not a bad team.
I'm not trying to throw shade at Georgia Tech by no means because, I mean, I think they're going to compete for the ACC championship. I think it's between them, Florida State, and Miami.
Yeah.
It's those 3 teams.
Miami's
and then you got the rest of the pack that's coming in after that.
So,
but I don't know. My pick for this game is going to be Miami.
No.
It's Miami.
Really?
I think Miami's going to win 42-21.
Closer.
Whoa.
I think Miami's going to. I think Carson Beck's going to put up great numbers, and I could be wrong. Like I said, I've been wrong about a lot of things. Unc is wrong. Unc can get things wrong. Okay, I get things wrong. But I'm just saying, Miami is playing out of their mind.
Yeah, there's a reason they're the number 4 team in the country.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for that reason, I'm going Miami 56-14.
What?
I like it.
I like it too.
Anytime the ACC beats the SEC, I'm here for it.
I am too, even though Carson Beck's the quarterback at Miami, and I don't really like Carson Beck. But man, DJ Lagway, I'm like really looking into his stats. He's been bad. 629 yards, 5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I'm so thankful for Bryce Young right now. Let me tell you, I thought Bryce Young was a turnover machine, but DJ Lagway.
Yeah, and I don't even know I don't think he's fumbled the ball yet this year, so I don't know about turnovers for fumbles and stuff. But yeah, 6 picks in 3 games. Yeah, 6 picks in 3 games, and 5 come in 1 game is not good.
It's a 75% matchup predictor for Miami.
Oh yeah, Miami's heavily favored,
and it's at Miami too. So
I'm gonna ride with y'all, Miami, 49-17.
And you thought my pick was outrageous.
Yours was worse. Yours was way worse.
Now, I'm here for college. I love college football, probably more than I like the NFL.
That's tough.
It's just, back in the day, college meant to me a lot more because they were playing for pride. Now
back when you were a Carolina fan.
Back when I was Unc, and I'm still Unc. Back when I was younger. Anyway, but
he was a Carolina fan. That's when he had fun.
I have fun as a State fan, MacArthur.
If that's what you want to call it.
But I mean, no, like breaking down. This is not on schedule. But breaking down the ACC this year in football, you've got Miami, who's undefeated, Georgia Tech, who's undefeated, California, who's undefeated, NC State's undefeated.
Bro, y'all have played Mickey Mouse teams. Y'all have played Wake Forest, Virginia, and ECU. Are you kidding me right now?
Undefeated's undefeated.
It is, but
1-2. No, you're 2-1.
we're 2-1.
Excuse me, 2-1. I'm sorry.
We played Mickey Mouse teams.
Could have
too.
been and should have been 1-2 because y'all played horrible against Charlotte.
Yeah, we did, but
I did see it. Somebody, a Carolina fan on Twitter, was like, "If Carolina had the same schedule State had, we'd be 3-0 too." And I'm like, "Look, y'all, no.
Listen, y'all still have had an easy road.
Don't call it
ACC.
easy. I'm telling you, if y'all aren't careful, as bad as y'all's defense is, Virginia's gonna put up.
Have you even
yards.
watched Carolina this year? The numbers don't lie. We have improved defensively.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And Richmond. Charlotte and Richmond.
TCU walked the dog on the
Virginia's
defense.
running
Getting
back.
another
Virginia's
Carolina
running
fan on
back
this
is supposed
pod.
to
I'm
be
getting
this
double
like,
teamed out here. I feel like Kobe Bryant right now. I got you on one side and Hunter on the other.
No,
I'm gonna get another Carolina fan. He's gonna sit right
let
here.
me just say this, and I no disrespect, y'all are 2-1, and don't get me wrong, it is hard still to play college football regardless of who you're playing, but you have to admit that playing two ACC teams is way more difficult than playing the three teams that y'all played.
TCU's literally ranked right now.
No, I'm not talking about TCU. I'm talking about other than TCU. Take TCU out of it and take ECU out of it for us. Okay? Our last two games, we've played Virginia and Wake Forest.
Okay. Yeah.
Y'all played Richmond and Charlotte.
Yes, that is true. Listen,
Tough game for Charlotte.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Don't get me wrong. I love college, and I love the college football banter. I love being able to talk smack to each other. I do. And I think this year's going to be a good year for us. I think it's going to be a band. No. I'm talking for like between me and you.
Okay, I was like, no way.
No,
I was
our
like,
schedule,
insane.
schedule is a gauntlet.
Yeah, y'all have a terrible schedule.
Like in 3 straight weeks, it's Notre Dame, Georgia Tech, Miami, and Florida State. 4 ranked.
Y'all
teams.
will probably beat Duke because Duke sucks.
I'm not shaking on Duke. Man, I'm telling you, Duke is sneaky.
They're sneaky, but I think y'all will win. CJ Bailey will probably have a masterclass.
I hope he has.
Y'all will beat Virginia Tech. Y'all are going to beat Campbell. You probably enter the Notre Dame game undefeated.
Hopefully.
Notre Dame. How is Notre Dame still ranked at 0-2? That's insane.
The AP voters this year are horrible.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
obviously.
they're so bad.
Y'all, Pitt's a sleeper, sneaky good team. Y'all are not beating Georgia Tech. Y'all are not beating Miami. Y'all are not beating Florida State. And depending on where Carolina is, it's at State. I don't love that, but I think
he was about to hit not beating Carolina.
Let me hit you with a little bit of history. Historically, we've always played Florida State great at home.
Okay.
There was one year Florida State was, I think they were number 3 in the nation, undefeated, and we knocked them out from playing the championship game because we beat them 17-14.
That's nice.
There was the iconic video of the dude shirtless that weighs like 400 pounds swinging his shirt in the air.
That's nice, but that was another year. This is. Listen, you're literally wanting Dave Dorn fired.
The cope is insane.
Let me ask you a question, MacArthur.
What
Between Notre Dame, between that game, Georgia Tech, Miami, and Florida State, if State goes 2-2 in those 4 games, are you going to be nervous heading into that last game?
I'll probably be nervous anyway because that game. I mean, honestly, Duke's not a rival for us in football. It is State in football. Even though in basketball y'all are irrelevant, y'all are about to probably not be because of Will Wade.
I did see a preseason poll that we're 20 in the nation. Y'all are 25 in basketball.
I saw a poll and y'all were 20 and we're 21. So it depends on what poll you're reading.
Max said he saw another one. They were number 1, and
NC
State wasn't ranked at all.
I have not seen one of those.
He made the poll.
It was Mac's poll.
Mac does sports.
There was 3 people that voted on it.
I'll tell you what.
Mac and his family.
I'll tell you what, the MacDo Sports poll, Carolina at number 1, Charlotte at number 2.
Lord help us.
Listen, I don't know why Charlotte's not ranked in the top 25 for football after a win over Monmouth.
I'm just going to well, you know what? Why not? Because Notre Dame's there and they're 0-2.
Yeah.
Granted, Notre Dame has lost to 2 good teams.
So
But
is
still,
Charlotte, Carolina,
still.
and App State.
But I will say, I'm excited for college football.
I am too. I'm excited for this weekend.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good weekend.
Well,
For
that'll wrap up this week's episode of Between the Ropes. I hope y'all enjoyed. You can find us on Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, basically wherever you watch your podcast, we're on there. You can follow our TikTok. But enjoy watching football this weekend. Watch it with your friends. Watch it with a fan of your rival team, because then you get to really talk crap if they lose. Make sure to message your friends when their team loses, because I have gotten a lot over the last 2 weeks with the Panthers. But anyway, y'all have a great day, and thank you so much for watching.